I want to give a verbal disclaimer. In this video, the whole truth will be spoken. Double standards will all be discussed in this video. If you don't care about these topics or you don't want to hear about them, this is your time right now to stop the video. If you want to unsubscribe, you do whatever it is you have to do. But you've already been warned. So don't act like I didn't tell you. And don't act like I ain't never done nothing for you decafs. You're welcome. This video is for people that want the whole truth, unfiltered. Let's get into it. Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Check this out. This is one of the greatest quotes ever. Truth without love is brutality, and love without truth is hypocrisy. That's pretty damn deep. And if you don't understand what it means, it's obvious, right? Truth without love is brutality. That means the truth hurts, right? Now, I could sit over here and I could praise Golovkin to death. In fact, I'll tell you some stuff that I've said previously before. Gennady Golovkin is the best middleweight in the world right now. Hands down. I would pick him to beat Quillin. I think Danny Jacobs will be a tougher fight, but at the end of the day, Golovkin will most likely be the favorite, depending on what Danny Jacobs ends up doing to Peter Quillin, which that's not a guaranteed win for Danny Jacobs either, but that is a good fight. So the point that I'm making is, right now, Gennady Golovkin, he is the king at the middleweight division. He is pound for pound the best fighter at middleweight. Now, this is where the boxing brutality comes in. Golovkin is damn near 34 years old. And the best fighter on his resume is David Lemieux. Some will argue it's Martin Murray. Some will even argue it's Willie Monroe, just because how well Willie Monroe did against Golovkin. But I would say it really doesn't matter who you choose. Let's just use David Lemieux, since that was, a champion. The best fighter on Golovkin's resume is David Lemieux, and he's almost 34 years old. Now, if you look at Andre Ward's record, if you look at Oscar De La Hoya's record, Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, who else? Let me think of some other names. Felix Tito Trinidad, Joe Calzaghe, Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, and the list goes on and on and on. What do all of these fighters have in common, you ask? All of them fought way better competition by the time they were 34 years old, or 33 and a half to be exact. Now, you see what I just said right there? That's enough to make a Golovkin fan cringe and bite his lip and start to turn red in the face and say, "You're just hating. Oh, you're just hating him," right? Everything that I just said was true. I didn't lie about anything. I didn't say anything personal about Golovkin. I didn't call him a bitch or his parents a bitch like you Golovkin fans have been calling Andre Ward. All I did was tell you guys the truth. This is the true definition of truth without love being perceived as brutality. Right? Truth without love equals what? Hate. That's how they perceive it. Because if you're not telling me what I want to hear, you're hating him. We don't want to hear no truth without love. But see, the problem is, love without truth is hypocrisy. Let me give you an example of what that means. When you sit over here and you say, matter of fact, I just got a comment. Right before I did this video, I read a comment, and I'll just give you the gist of what the comment was. The guy was basically responding to the fact that I've said on previous videos that Golovkin, he chose to fight fighters like Willie Monroe, Adama, and even David Lemieux when he could have fought bigger names and more dangerous, more talented fighters like Edeslani Lara, who Lara was willing to move up to 160 and fight him, and Golovkin turned the fight down. So someone in the comment section defended Golovkin by saying, hey, Lara is just a runner. He didn't have, Golovkin didn't have to take that fight because Lara was just a runner. So the obvious question would be, then why did he fight Willie Monroe? Willie Monroe is a quote-unquote runner as well. In fact, Willie Monroe is a spitting image of Edeslani Lara, minus the great resume that Lara has, minus the punching power that Edeslani Lara has. So you have no problem with him fighting a quote-unquote runner that doesn't have knockout power or the resume that Edeslani Lara has. But you have a problem with Lara who fights the exact same way. Love without truth is hypocrisy. That is the perfect definition of what you guys just heard from that Golovkin fan. Am I right or am I wrong? You can sit over here and you can call me a hater. You can call me all this other ignorant racist shit and whatever else you want to call me. One thing you will not call me is a liar. Because on this channel, you're going to get the whole truth. Now it's funny because when I was criticizing Deontay Wilder and I was talking about his flaws in the ring, a while ago, nobody was calling me names. Nobody was calling me a punk motherfucker, this and that, and all this ridiculous racist shit, right? Nobody was calling me that then. But you know what? Deontay Wilder is on a coincidental list, so they don't care what I say about him. Speaking of Wilder, isn't it pretty interesting when you think of how much Golovkin and Wilder have in common when it comes to boxing, when it comes to their reputation of knocking their opponents out? I mean, they both have two of the highest knockout ratios in the sport of boxing when it comes to current champions, if not the highest. They are knockout artists and they are champions. So it makes you wonder, how come Deontay Wilder doesn't get the same type of praise that Gennady Golovkin is getting right now? Just more things that make you say, And before you Golovkin fans start saying, hey, this has nothing to do with race. Racism doesn't exist anymore. Before you even say that, I'm just going to say, I know. You're right. This probably has absolutely nothing to do with race at all. It is probably just a coincidence that the soccer players that get treated the worst by the soccer fans are the same color as the most disrespected boxers in the sport of boxing. It has nothing to do with race. It is merely a coincidence. I'll close with this last quote. In a room where people unanimously maintain a conspiracy of silence, one word of truth sounds like a pistol shot. Guys, that's exactly what I am in this boxing world. The truth hurts, and it will never be silenced, because this pistol shot is way too damn loud. That's all I got. I'm on to the next one.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!